A man walks out on a woman mid-date after she shows some massive entitlement. We've got a video for you here today from the Modern King. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get into it.
Girls think that they want to date a high-value man until he starts calling you out for not taking responsibility, before he starts holding you accountable, before he has higher standards for you than you have for yourself. Everyone talks about, oh, date a high-value man. It's so, this is what you do to have to attract a high-value man. But I've never heard anyone talk about like actually dating a high-value man takes a totally different kind of woman. It's not for the weak. I have other friends who are dating like very loving, very successful, perfectionist, ambitious men, and it is not for the weak.
When a modern woman says that she wants a quote-unquote high-value man, they immediately picture an incredibly handsome, well-dressed, and wealthy doormat. But those types of men worked hard to get where they are, and they are not going to let a modern woman drag them down to her level.
Listen up. Dating is different over here, okay? If you're moving abroad to Spain, if you're studying abroad, if you're just visiting and you're planning on like doing the dating apps over here, I'm going to prepare you, okay? Because it's different. Number one difference I would say is the guys in the USA are way more forward. Like, it is in the culture to approach a girl and be like, can I buy you a drink? And here, they do not do that, okay? I'm not saying it's not gonna happen for you, but it's just less normal, okay? Number two, it's also not completely normalized to pay on the first date. Like, it's not abnormal to split the check. And like, everyone knows it's like completely culturally unacceptable in the USA if the guy tries to split the check on the first date in the USA. Here, it's common.
The first two things she mentions about dating in Spain is about how women need to be prepared to buy their own drinks and to split the dinner bill. It really does show where her priorities lie when it comes to dating men, doesn't it?
In Australia is quite tragic.
I really feel for the single people in Australia.
Yeah.
Every woman I speak to is literally like, it is treacherous out there.
Dire.
Like,
Drab.
the men are just so below par. I don't know what's going on. Like, they can't court you properly, or they don't come up to you when you're out, or that it's like so addicted to online dating that it's just constantly a rotor of women. I don't know.
But I feel for men because I feel like society's actually made it a lot harder for them. They're scared of like, I don't know. It's like obviously there's a very distinct difference between being a creepy person and being a confident person. But I think it's been attacked so heavily that, I don't know, I would feel like it would kind of be nerve-wracking.
Society didn't make dating hard for men. That was all modern women's doing. These women prove it by accusing men of being scared of dating, as if accusing men of being cowards for not dating these women is somehow going to shame them into approaching more.
So as an American, here are some things I hate about dating in Germany. So first of all, my main thing, and I guess this is a very culture thing, like American thing, is that they do not pay for your drinks here. They will maybe pay for your first drink, and then you have the second round. Yay. So, I'm sorry, but like, I get it. They like want to be like more equal with women, so I don't know. I guess I get their side, but at the same time, like, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm not like getting all dressed up and, I'm sorry, but usually wasting my time meeting these men to pay for my 2 gin tonics or 3. Like, I'm not doing that. Like, come on. Like,
women like this go abroad thinking that they are going to find the perfect men in countries like Europe, but then they talk smack about German culture and complain that they are not getting nearly as much free alcohol as they think they deserve.
you seriously want to be a cheap? I don't know. Maybe I'm just in the wrong city. Another thing, and I guess this is kind of like a whole Germany thing, maybe Europe-wide, I don't know, is that they love to go on walks for I am not I don't want to go on a walk. I don't want to go on a walk. I like to go on a walk if it's like a sunny day or not too sunny. Like, I don't want to be swimming. Or if it's like, I don't know, like we're going to the park. Like, I just don't consider that a date. Like,
it's interesting how she immediately claims that the reason why dating isn't working out for her is because she's in the wrong city. Modern women love to do this. They will blame the entire world before realizing that it's not the location, it's her terrible attitude.
these men will like literally buy you a 1 euro beer and go to the park and say that's a date. Another thing, and I think this is more like if you're dating a German, they will straight up tell you if you look bad And like, I guess in America we're more wishy-washy, but I prefer that. If my dress doesn't look amazing, just say, oh, like, why don't you try on this dress instead? Like, that one looks good, but this one might be better. You don't say, oh no, that looks like on you. Like, no, not that one. Like, thank you for your unsolicited opinion. I was asking you to affirm me, not tell me I look. But that's just the culture difference, you know?
She is not looking for a man. She's just looking for an alcohol dispensing butler to shower her with compliments and free food. And she would rather disrespect the culture of an entire country than just accept that if she wants a man, she needs to do better.
What a weird day. Now I'm just standing here, gonna order an Uber myself. Something that I did not like on the date was he kept calling me spießig, which I'm interpreting as negative. He was suggesting like, yeah, let's go in the hot tub. And I was like, well, not on the first date.
For those of you who don't speak German, the word she mentioned translates into stuffy or stuck up, which pretty much means that she went out with a German Chad, and the second she said that she wasn't going to give it up, he called her out on it.
I just feel like he had kind of like an idea of who I am as a person, and then it kind of did not fit what he thought, who he thought I was, and then kept calling me spießig the whole time. I really did not like that because I'm taking that very negatively because he kept calling me spießig. I asked him to rate the date from a 1 to 10, 10 being the best, 1 being the worst. He rated it a 6. Maybe that's just the German directness. Kept calling me like typical Munich person. Not that I'm taking it personally, but I'm definitely like thinking he's reading me wrong. He seemed kind of disappointed.
This is the type of woman who's clearly been run through by Chad in the past, and she thought going to Germany would land her a sophisticated gentleman, and she thought playing the taking it slow card would work out in her favor. It clearly didn't.
And we also had a few awkward hugs at the end, so the thing is, we've seen each other throughout the years, but we've always seen each other at festivals and out partying. I told him that. I was like, you've always seen me in like a party situation. Like, what should I do? Jump around and scream now like I'm at a festival? Like, I don't know what you want from me. We're sitting on a couch. Like, of course I'm going to be a little bit less whatever. I swear, I cannot make this up. Not my Uber driver playing sad classical music, and all I can think is spießig. Spießig. Spießig.
That's the reason why he called her stuck up. They've met in the past when she was a party girl, but now that she's older and about to hit the wall, now she's acting like she has standards now. It's only natural that he's going to kick her to the curb when she tries to be chill.
I don't think I'll ever date a French man again. I feel like a lot of them are really insecure, and if you are a baddie, they are going to shame you for this. On Friday night, I was in the club with my friends. At some point, there's a guy who comes and talks to me. So he asked me, what are you doing for a living? But I don't want to give him my real job, so I just said I'm a fitness influencer. And his reaction was like, oh no, not a fitness influencer. You're not doing this. Like, I said the most disgusting thing ever.
When she said that she was a fitness influencer, that man immediately knew she created OF content, but she is so dense that she'd rather blame him for being French rather than take accountability for the fact that she degrades herself online for money, probably.
And I was like, what? That's so weird. I mean, who cares? But I feel like these guys, they cannot handle when a girl goes online and gets attention from other men because she's pretty, because she's hot or whatnot. But what I don't like is that you're trying to shame me for something that has nothing to be ashamed about. I think it's giving small PP energy.
That man didn't shame her at all. She's clearly ashamed of herself because she didn't want him knowing what she did for a living. But because she's a spicy content creator, she can't think of a clever insult, so she tries to shame him by making fun of his manhood.
First started the stereotype that French guys are so romantic was lying. What would you do if a man texted you and asked you out to dinner and named a specific restaurant and then never confirms it, and then you don't hear from him the whole next day? Then when you finally do hear from him, he says, hey, sorry, I'm really broke right now, but I saw that you have a really huge kitchen. Can I come over and cook for you instead? I used to never talk about what dating in Paris is actually like because I was always scared that these guys that I'm dating would see this on TikTok, but you know what? I have nothing left to lose.
The stereotype of French men being the most romantic people on the planet was spread around by modern women who think that France is where romance was invented. But much like chivalry, modern women killed romance with their entitlements and horrible attitudes.
He texts me and he's like, let's go to this restaurant if you're down. And I'm like, of course I'm down. It's one of my favorites. The day of the date, I don't hear from him the whole day. And in my head, I already decide, I'm like, I'm not going. Like, I'm not gonna text a man ever and be like, are we still hanging out tonight? Or like, what time are we meeting? Just say, okay, I get it. We've all been there. There's been periods where I have no money, but like, one, maybe don't say that to a woman that you're trying to date who's also like younger than you and you also have a full-time job. Two, you suggested the restaurant. You suggested a restaurant in general. I'm literally honestly even embarrassed to like be sharing this story with you all.
She claims to be embarrassed to be sharing this story, but she shares it in embarrassingly specific detail. Women like this can't help but posting their dating failures online because their need for attention and validation is just way too damn high.
About the men that I have dated in different countries. I'm in Italy right now, having my morning cappuccino, and I have some thoughts. First thought is that this is going to be a little bit controversial, but the most chivalrous men, like opening doors, walking street side, that is an American chivalry culture. That particular type of chivalry is found in the southern USA, particularly in Texas. Problem is you have to deal with everything else that comes with that. But yeah, you can't really expect that type of chivalry that I have found in other countries. Even in the ones that I love, that I prefer to date in, like Italy, the chivalry it's not like that.
Modern women love to go to Europe and assume that the men out there are more sophisticated and chivalrous than men in America, but the reality is nobody anywhere with any sense wants to date these women at all.
How difficult is it to meet a man in Thailand as a foreign woman? Okay, I know a lot of people who have met their long-term partners or husbands here. I did as a foreign woman, but I would say, generally speaking, most of my foreign friends that are women have found it very difficult to date. And ultimately, it's been a big reason to leave. Maybe they love the lifestyle and they were here for a long time, but they were just like sick of the games. I mean, kind of like go figure, but most Thai and most foreign men are here for Thai women, not for foreign women. It's not all, don't come for me on that one, but yeah, I would say that I've known so many women who have ultimately left because they're like, look, I want to meet someone, I want to date. I'm sick of just like being played by these men. The dating pool tends to be really small for men who are interested in foreign women here, so they get around.
The concept of the passport sister is probably one of the funniest things imaginable. Modern women immediately assume if men can go abroad and find women in countries like Thailand that they can do the same thing. They'll never understand that it doesn't work that way, and actually they are just the problem wherever they go. But anyway, guys, we are going to be leaving today's episode there. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out. Click this video that's up on the screen now if you want to see more. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.